Just getting ready. Let's get my. Okay, so we're getting started. Right, let me just shut the door. Sorry, guys. Everybody can hear me, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So this is our, of course, trade review session for this week ending, well, kind of have it at midweek, so that's fine. But let me just ask generally, how did your week go? Everyone here. How did your week go, guys? Samuel, how did it go?
Yeah, it was great. I'm still holding the CHF JPY. I'm in profit now.
Okay. So so we took CHF JPY. Let me just share my screen. Excuse me. Lights. I know some people may want to join us, but let me just give me a minute. So I'm just going to share my screen so we can look at the trade right here. So there was a call, CHF JPY. Of course, one of the things we did say was, of course, what we're trying to do is, more independence, being profitable and consistent. So is this a short or is this a long?
It's a short to 138.
Oh, you took a shot on here, so you're planning to get up to 13A. Okay.
Yes.
That's you must have taken an hourly. So this is quite a long journey. Oh, that's going to be a long ride. Okay, all the way here. I mean, it depends on your time frame really. But if you're taking on a 4 hours, for example, so you need just that patience. But we know, based on what we can see, okay, yeah. Based on what we can see, it's actually been rejecting from the highs. I try to keep it very, very simple, guys. I try to keep it as simple. Just try and build a story around your trades. And, you could actually say, as far as you're concerned, this right here is your area of liquidity. It taps here and it comes down. Taps here, comes down. Taps here, it comes down. So what we can see is it keeps rejecting it right there. So and if you're going to look at the support zone, of course, you could literally say here to keep it tight, but of course, you could actually make a case for, can I move it here? Yeah, you could make a case for this zone as well. So yes, you will be, it's possible. I'm not going to say it's not possible. You took the trade on the longer time frame, or it depends if you're taking on the daily. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there you go. So, peace of mind, take your trades on a longer time frame and do your thing, and of course, what you're riding on is the margin. Oh, absolutely. It's a daily trade, actually. It's taken on the daily. So right there, it taps, it keeps rejecting. And you're riding on this spot here. Nothing is 100%, but absolutely, yeah, I would say it's a great one. So, and yeah, definitely the setup is there. Depends on where you entered. So, don't try and enter right at the middle. Take it right there and write it down. And because you can see as well, this is moving within a range, isn't it? It's not, it comes here, bounce up, comes here, bounce down. So absolutely, I wouldn't mind taking the trade within this range. Great one, great one. Well done. Okay, so that's one of the trades. What else did we take? Oh, that's it. Let's get someone else.
Sorry, that was all I took.
That's what you're in. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm going to look at my reports and we can go through the trades generally. Let's see who else. DD man, you in?
Yeah, we took this trade, didn't we? What you were in this as well, I guess.
Well, you
You
know
were
me.
coming out. Yeah, you said you were coming out, but I'm looking to go lower like Samuel. I don't mind holding it
Oh,
for
so you
longer.
still you
Yeah,
hold. You know how to hold.
I'm going for 139 levels.
Ish. Good, good,
Yeah,
good. Great one.
I don't mind holding it.
Yeah, for me that volatility, I hate to see my money go.
Well, we came from 142 on this, and it got
Yeah.
to 143. So I don't know
Okay.
if the Naomi, you still in or you out?
I'm sure Naomi's probably Naomi doesn't talk. She will come out at 1.
Shit. Someone else was in. I can't
I
remember,
think
but
Naomi's in.
I'm still in anyway. All right, leave that one.
Okay, but not bad. I think Naomi's probably busy. Yeah, she's you're not muted. You are muted. Sorry, I know she's trying to talk. Okay, we're gonna carry on anyway. So yeah, this is another one here. Taking on the daily, I can see here loud and clear. You don't see these things, but when in doubt, zoom out. The trend right here is just a range play. I can't see the highs getting higher. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just you know, yeah, great setup. Fantastic. Okay, I know you're in multiple trades. The other one, I mean, let's just hear from other guys before I jump in again. Who else is, sorry, I keep looking here because your pictures are right on the right hand side. Who else is in other trades? Franca, let's hear from you. What trades are you in? Don't say nothing because you're constantly bugging me.
Good evening, BK.
Good evening. Right.
I'm still in the GDP and USD.
Oh yeah, that was it was a long actually, and then of course let's have a look at that. This one here. I keep asking you to go find that patience from somewhere. Okay, you can see I've actually got my
PD is motivating me.
Good. So that's it here. So I've got my trend line here, and unfortunately, it was meant to be it wasn't taken on the daily, of course, but this is just one that went wrong. But this is what I can see. You could. I'm not saying, ultimately it will bounce back here, but if you're gonna look as far as possible, guys, there's nothing that can never happen. Okay, but you can see it didn't even close around here. So it actually closed here, but this is actually closing a bit lower than we've ever been. So again, this is a game of patience. I know I've been telling you that. I probably would have taken my loss because my loss and moved on. Opportunity cost elsewhere, but there you go. So it's closing lower now. Okay, so at this point you probably say, okay, stop loss takes you out. But if you're more patient, because right now this is a price discovery. Let's see, this is a price discovery zone right now below here, and there's no money to take anymore. There's no liquidity to take anymore. So I would expect it to go back, but you cannot be in this kind of trades without understanding what's going on around you. The macro is effectively a big issue when it comes to Forex. So right now, there's not a lot we can do. I mean, if you think about the whole GBP right now, Great Britain, it's not a lot happening in terms of great news right now. So it's a game of patience, really. But again, macro generally worldwide, not a lot happening. So you've got to be patient generally, and that's all I will say. So yes, go find that patience. Go find that patience, and you will win. Ultimately, you will win. So just find that patience, and we'll get there eventually. So thanks, Franca. I got the name right. Let's look at
BK, hold on to that chat, please. Hold on to that chat, please.
Sure.
I know what we're looking at now.
Actually, we should talk about where we think, or what we think. Yeah, go on.
So I know you just said about cutting losses and opportunity.
I said if it was me, I would have.
Yeah. I'm holding quite a bit of this. Whilst all this has been happening, I've also been scalping, like hedging, going down.
Okay. So you'll be hedging this. Great.
Yeah, but my major positions are long. But from what we can see on this chart now, the last time it was at these levels, it's quite a while ago.
That was 2020. So
fast. Even Ukraine didn't take it down.
No.
This chart is sort of a mirror image to Euro USD as well. So
yes,
I know we're trading the charts, maybe not fundamentals, but you got to look at it like Euro USD. Euro dropped below. I mean, the dollar got stronger than the euro, so it keeps coming. It happened about a month ago when it was like 1 to 1.
Yeah.
Then it
The
went back
last,
up again.
Mm. I mean, I was
So
going to say the last time this happened was 20 years ago.
yeah. So there's not quite much there, like you say. I know my view is just if you have the funds to hold,
Yeah.
it will reverse at some point, even maybe not that much, but I scalp. So if I can get as much profits as what I'm down, and then I can start cutting, but I'm not worried about this one.
So this hasn't happened until 20 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
If somebody asked me, should I take my loss here? Two questions. I'm going to say, do you have the funds? You say, oh yeah, of course I can. I've got the funds I can hold. So the next question I'm going to ask is, oh, you think Europe is already underwater, is disappearing off the map? Say, of course not. Europe is going to be there. Then I'm just going to say, be patient. Does not mean dollar cannot flip the euro. It can be this time, but you got to understand the whole world is a mess. The only problem is Europe is not in much of the greater mess. Sorry, America is not as great a mess as the euro. Because if you think about it, America's got their oil. Yes, EU's got oil as well, or the euro, they've got oil, the euro horizon territory, but they rely heavily on Russia. Okay, so that's affecting this trade as well, and that's why things are quite bad. Okay, so you got to trade what you can see. Somebody will say, oh yeah, this is the right time to buy. Yes, good time to buy, but we're not seeing anything telling us, yes, guys, start getting in. So you got to be a bit more patient. So yes, and you're right. So the euro, GBP, they correlate with each other. GBP is more or less like a little euro when it comes to the charts, really. So more or less euro USD. And remember what we usually talk about?
Yeah.
The dollar's favorite. Look, dollar's been gaining strength all the while. Why? A few days ago, OPEC said they're not going to increase the oil capacity. So, of course, that's been driving oil up. We're going to look at oil in a minute as well. And of course, that means, remember, oil and dollar, they are anti-correlated. Okay, when oil goes up, dollar goes down, and vice versa. So, of course, while this goes up, and there's most of the world's, currencies, assets is tied to the dollar, and that's literally what literally just crippled this whole week, the market this week, basically, if you look at it. So it's a game of patience, guys. It's a game of patience. Just hold your nerve. Okay, and that's what I will say. So GBP, USD. I think I made a post in the group and I said you would have thought GBP is getting destroyed. Literally, sorry, the UK is getting destroyed. Look at that, 1.179. So things are not great at the moment, but what do we have in our time? Oh, sorry, on our hands as traders. What we have is time and patience, and that's all you need to exhibit. Patience, patience, patience. There's literally no liquidity to grab beyond this point. Okay, things would eventually improve, but if you're not in, that's fine. If you're in, and that's why if you look at, I mean, I scalped today as well. I think I showed it in the group. It was literally, I don't even know how much $1,000 it was. So in between that time, I think I was literally scalping 5 minutes in between here and just taking, taking the odd follow. I could see a follow through here, and I just went in. But you've got to be very good to do what you are doing. I'm not saying I'm very good because it can turn around anytime. So you got to be careful. I saw it follow through, looked at it for a few, saw a few, what's it called, higher lows, sorry, yeah, higher lows here, or start making higher highs. I saw similar, levels, and I just took it, and it paid off. Okay, but again, this is not something to hold. It's not a market to be holding. This is a market to be, what's it called, to be selling the reap. This is that kind of market. Okay, and finally, let's talk about the oil, crude oil. Crude oil, beg your pardon. Crude oil. No, that's not the one. So US oil, let me just look at there this way. Again, crude oil, I did say I kind of foresee this going to 100 because, I'm sorry guys, without Ukraine and Russia getting their acts together, this is just going to keep going. There's got to be a concession, a form of concession right there. And this is a session low, okay? And that's why this is just ripping. I think last week I told you, Diola, I did say this was actually coming down. But if you look at it on a longer time, it's not exactly great, okay? It's not exactly, so this is not a rally, but of course, it depends on what horizon you're looking at. And that's why you can trade within that chart. I mean, this whole week, you would be surprised if I told you that this made me, what, 8 grand this week or something like that. But I'm only trading within here. I'm literally just copying it. Okay, so don't go there and say, yeah. But if you looking at a very, very long time frame, then of course you can short it and just leave it. Don't worry about this volatility. But if you want your money now, intraday scalp, then you got to go lower and trade what you see. And that's literally what I can see. So you can see all of this is in that very thin chart. And that's it here. So, we've been rejecting this for a little bit now. We've been rejecting this for a little bit, but now it looks like it's eventually just breaking in. And sometimes you don't just buy it low. Sometimes to get a good setup, rejecting, and time to run. And that's what happens sometimes. So it's a game of patience, but yeah, that's what I see. Again, leave room for error. You might be wrong sometimes. Just be patient. I think we called this, I can't remember what price it was, 93 something yesterday, and now it's at 95. Got to be patient with your charts. Oh, I haven't let Diola talk. So Diola, I know you're here.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. How did it go this week?
Yeah, the week was fine.
When
So
you're
I
smiling, I know.
no,
Tell
I'm
us.
smiling. No, because I I realize I'm better
You realize
at
you're
this.
better.
Yes,
Oh, that's good. That's what we want
and
to hear.
I'm better because one, it's like you've had a lot of knowledge losses, wins over the time since before crypto itself and crypto itself and this. So I put all the knowledge to use. But I think for me this week has been more of the improvement I see is not of my being able to read the chart or anything, or on myself, my psyche,
Okay.
I did lose some money, but I didn't feel bad because I felt it proved to me what I thought, that I needed to work more. There was a particular post you did, and then you said sometimes all you need to work on is just your you used two words, your psyche and your discipline,
Yep.
and
Absolutely.
yeah, so I decided, I sat down, I decided to focus on my wins no matter how small. And because I found out the more I focused on loss, like, hey, I
Yeah.
lost this, I lost 30, I lost 50, I lost that here, it was sort of hampering me. So I took things more from a psychological perspective this week, and it paid off because I
More
found out
looking at the
I went
positive.
in, yes, my mind was tuned towards that, and it worked. Of course, the lessons I learned, number one, I took oil at 80 something because since funny enough, I saw it long there, and after I took it was when I now came into the into the group, and then you said it was going down, and by then I was like, oh my goodness.
No.
So when it went down to 84, 85, I didn't know the
Came out.
loss would be so big so quickly,
Oh,
because
no.
of my confidence in the
Yeah.
long. I actually took a big chunk. So by the time it went down like 0.5, I was saying minus 200. I was like, Jesus, what is
Ooh.
this?
Oh no. Oh
So
no.
I just monitored it like, week for week, and
Yeah.
eventually when it started to go. But I think what I need to work on is actually to stand on my conviction. Also leaving room for, well, I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
just to be convinced, because I wasn't convinced. So
Yeah.
the moment it came back up to my
Came out.
entry and a little, I just left, even though I initially set my PT to 115, but
Ooh.
yeah, I did. I know I
So
didn't start ambitious, but
I think
but
the
I left,
contrast there between
Mhm.
both of us then was, and probably, I mean, I'm going to take that blame. I should have asked you, what time frame did you take that trade out? Okay, I didn't ask
Okay.
that. I mean, but then when you saw the meeting,
Yeah.
you should have saw what, when I said it was coming down. You probably could ask me later. Why would you say that?
Those
I
are
mean, I'm
the
on the long.
lessons. Those are part of the things I felt
Yeah,
I've learned, like, don't just keep quiet and assume you're wrong. You're
yeah,
getting better. So why shouldn't you be able to make calls that are profitable? Do you understand? And then to
exactly,
actually
exactly.
ask you that, see,
Mm,
this is what I see. Why do you say that? And then like that. So I left. So seeing the thing get past 80 something, 90, I was like, Jesus,
God.
thousands of dollars just gone down.
Like that. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So
I
that's
mean,
for me for the crude oil for this week. You
okay.
know, I'm
They,
currently in
yeah, which one are you
sorry,
in? No, go on.
I'm currently in GBP USD long.
Okay,
When you called it, but I didn't get it immediately, so I got in most likely lower than when
oh,
you called
great,
it, and then
great.
two, I'm also in copper long.
Oh, Dr. Copper. You've joined. Samuel has initiated you. But I think Samuel came
No,
out.
I didn't even.
Yeah, I'm already out. I'm out.
You're out there, okay.
Because last week was at
I
3.62, despite the fact that it looks like it's coming down. But yeah, go
yeah,
on. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
I got in last week I actually was in like 2 times also last week. I got in last week at 3.3. You said to let you know to set an alert for 3.1 or so.
Well, you didn't remind me.
No, it didn't get there. It didn't get there.
Oh, it didn't get
So
there.
when I said yes, I went to look at the chart. I'm like, I'm not sure this thing will immediately go to this 3.1. Let me just enter now. So I did, and but because I knew that you're expecting lower, so I also
Yeah.
set my stop loss and I was waiting, but then it didn't, and then I set it for 3.8 actually,
Ooh.
as exit, and it reversed around 3.7 something, but I left. So, but now I wanted to see the reason
Came
I
back
took
in.
this long.
Yeah.
Is because I wanted to. I'm still monitoring anyway.
Okay.
If it will drop below 3 point, I know some people are expecting it maybe to be 3.4, but it seems to be holding the 3.64 level very well. So that's why I'm thinking, that if it can hold it, it probably do a slight dip, but I still see it as a long actually.
Yeah, I mean,
but again, that's me. So
either
but
way.
now I'm beginning to doubt it, because when I look at it on a weekly whatever, it looks like there's a reversal. So that's why I said I'm looking at. But since I went in, I've actually I think I'm just like 55 cents down. So it's not done me any magic.
No
so
harm.
to speak.
I mean, either way, they've tried to push it further down, but it's actually been rejecting it. It's been rejecting it. So
yes.
But we'll see how it goes. And
We'll see.
in terms of the highs as well, he hasn't actually he hasn't given any direction,
Yes,
so to
I
speak.
know.
So it's just been a range. No, not bad at all. I mean, I do actually like it as a long, but I'm not in it yet. Let's see on a weekly though. Yeah, this is.
And the weekly is not looking good, I know.
Do you not think so? Look at the last 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. You see that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're looking at the weekly, right? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks. It's actually picked up the last 5 weeks.
Yeah,
Did you see
it
that?
has. Yeah. Okay.
On a
I'm not
weekly, it
using
has picked up.
TradingView. I'm using the capital
Right.
chart, so it's
Yeah.
showing me red and blue together, not continuous green like you're looking at
Please
now.
get on TradingView.
I use TradingView also. I'm talking about right now as we're speaking.
Right. See what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, we I don't know. I mean, this is the worst that happened. This is 2020, and this is the worst of 2022 when inflation figures hit. And ever since then, people seem to have moved on. So the last time we were as bad as 2020 was, this is the recession 2008. So, well, copper seems to have just turned around, made the turnaround. But again, just monitor your position. Leave, have an avenue to be wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
These things do happen. Let's see, who else do we have? We've actually minimized. I can't see anybody anymore. Okay, Lola's just joined us. Okay, so do we still have anyone else want to say anything else? I'm trying to keep this meeting short accordingly. So anyway, so far this week it was a GBP USD which we've looked at. I think you're still on copper, which we tend to look at copper on a weekly basis. Of course, crude oil, which we've looked at as well. And is there anyone else? Nothing else. Did you find, and this is a question to everybody, did you find your favorite assets, favorite pair, favorite whatever to trade? Diola, did you find yours yet? I think you said you like dollar.
Yes, I did.
Do you like
But
it
I'm
because it's the one
still,
that's paying now?
I don't know. I sort of found it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because it pays now.
So you haven't found it yet. You're still thinking.
Mm-mm,
Okay. Who
mm-mm.
found their favorite pair?
I'm thinking finding a favorite is for people who have chopped and are full and like, oh, let me retire.
Uh, sometimes,
Mm,
it's
mm,
always very good to just trade one. I think I mentioned I know a girl who trades just one currency pair. She's
yeah.
super good. In fact, today I was on an Instagram page or Telegram, sorry, a Twitter page. She was down
Mm,
by $1,500, and by the end of the day, she showed it. She was still up totally. I think another 1,500. She was like, yeah, I turned around, guys. So it's quite important to so she just knows it the inside out. It's something I'm trying to do, but it's quite hard for me to say I do know. I do have one
mm.
favorite, not yet. But anyway, looks like crude is moving on without some people. Is moving on without you, Franca. I know she'll say never. Well, so 95 traced a bit. Yeah, sorry, on there. If you look at it
Yes, it's
quicker.
moving on.
That's why I'm not getting a message and deleting.
Wow.
But anyway, not bad, not bad. We do have quite a few new faces in the group as well. So guys, if you do spot something, please share in the group. Just say, guys, this is it. You don't even have to ask me. If you feel you're happy with the conviction, I'm taking this long. We all know it's non-financial advice, okay? Okay, GBP, JPY, for example, I'm going long at this entry. It's up to anyone to do their research. So just don't leave it up to me alone. So, we know we've got quite a few people now with more experience. I think it's a difficult year. Personally, I don't think I'm going to be a profit. It's going to be a profitable year for me. Things have literally just turned around. And because the damage, the crypto took away from me, it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yeah.
But I will say personally, on a personal note, things are turning around. I don't know about you, Diola. What would you say?
I'm actually more comfortable with this because I've not
Oh,
traded crypto in weeks because I found out that no matter what read, I saw every time I traded the stuff, it made me feel like I wasn't learning anything on the chart at all. Because you would take it, you'll be sure you're like, okay,
that random
85,
week just keeps
90%.
taking you
And then
out.
something joined like, okay, where did I go wrong?
Yeah.
So but I find this more predictable, even if whatever it is mistakes I made, I
Respect your
just know.
charts more. Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm going to tell
And
people is,
I'm very hopeful, very, very hopeful for as in with this particular
oh, good.
what is it? I am
Good.
actually.
So I'm going to play that conversation we had to everybody in your face.
I said I wasn't doing. Leave me alone. I said, I'm not even. Let me just say it now. I said I'm not mastered crypto. What am I going to do with indices? But thank you for not leaving it as okay. You said okay, and then you came later like wait. So
No,
thank you.
no, it's
Actually.
fine. It's fine. But anyway, so
Mm,
guys, it's all about improvement, okay? Nobody knows it all. Nobody is good, nobody's born great, whichever way. All we just have to do is,
mm,
go to different markets and you eventually find your niche. I'm sure Samuel himself haven't really traded crypto in a long while now, and that's just the way it is, just find
mm,
something that will work. You find a market and you just realize, what, I'm happier with this. And believe it or not, there's some people who just still tell you, what, I still want that crypto. Some people want it for the allure of the fast movement, fast money, while some people just think, what, they think they can make it more there. I'm not going to say some people are not getting that result. Some people are getting that result in crypto. Not a great deal for me, but for me, I want something I can plan for. Yes, I can plan for accidents to happen, but not that week that will go 500% against me. I don't think anyone can plan for that. And that's why I decided we should trade this. But anyway, so that's about it. So do we have any question before Shay for me? Ask that question. No question? Okay, guys, oh, Naomi. I don't know if she can talk. Can't talk. Okay. Anyway, if you have any question, some people have been very quiet as well. Precious, you haven't been there. You haven't been with us in a long while. You've been super quiet. Are you here still?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, BK.
Or we only hear your voice when you're making money?
I've not been trading much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, I just scalped GBP USD
See,
today,
okay.
and I did short BBY. So that's all for
Oh, you shorted. I think you mentioned the BBY shorted. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
yes.
Okay, guys. We'll take it from. Well, we'll leave it there. If there's anything at all, questions, please throw it in the group. And again, if you find opportunities, remember that phrase: "Never eat alone." Right, Shay, for me, any question? None. Okay, guys. I'll let you be and enjoy your evening. Try and keep it short. I think this time is actually good for listening's sake, or for playback sake, especially as well. On that note, guys, Bola, how's it going so far?
Great. Thank you so much.
Loving the journey.
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
All right then. Thanks. Yet I'll have to call you. We have to talk today, Yet. Okay, like it or not. All right, guys. Thanks everybody, and take care. Bye bye. Oh, hang on. Yes, I'll post the link as usual. I will post the link. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye. I think someone said something.